Now it's time for today's Upside. Raising money for a good cause. It's really a way of life for one Albany dad. Tom Stebbins is a professional MC and auctioneer raising millions of dollars for charities that help our community. And now his daughter Lila is following in his footsteps, and they join us right now live in studio. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Stephanie. Great to be with you.
So Tom, I have to ask, because it's such a unique career choice, how did you get here and decide to be helping with all of these charity auctions?
Well, I was a professional entertainer in Club Med down in Turks and Caicos. We had Jimmy Carter come to the event, or come to the space to raise money, and their auctioneer got snowed in Denver. So they said, hey, can you come do it? Can you fill in? I raised millions of dollars. They said, hey, you're really good at this. And 20 years later, here I am.
And we have so many worthy causes here in the Capital Region. People are so giving. Can you name just a few of them? And what kind of money are we talking about when it comes to how much you've raised?
Sure. So I've raised way over $10 million easily. And then local charities here, we have the American Heart Association, where Lila got started, Make-A-Wish, the Epilepsy Foundation. We just did the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society, so lots of great causes.
The list just goes on and on with how many places you all have helped. And Lila, you're just 15 years old, and you're already following in your dad's footsteps. What inspired you to also want to become an auctioneer?
Well, I started about a year ago, and it was actually for the American Heart Association. And the reason I got started was because the American Heart Association is a charity that's very dear to me, because when I was about a couple months old, I had a heart surgery. So the American Heart Association really helps with a lot of people who have problems with their hearts. So it was a very personal kind of reason to get started, and my dad came to me with it, and I openly took it. And I think about a year ago, I realized how much that can help, and just the smiles we made in that room was so inspiring.
And the money you raised.
And the money raised, of course. And so he came back to me with more and more events, and of course I took them in, and just the more events you do, the happier it makes you, and the happier it makes everyone else, and it's a beautiful snowball.
Amazing, a beautiful snowball. And Lila, you're continuing to do this. We also want to mention an announcement that you guys kind of gave me a sneak peek on when it comes to the American Heart Association. Where are you going?
I'm going to be going to DC in March, which is very exciting.
For?
Oh, to help with the American Heart Association alongside my dad, of course, and it's just going to be an amazing experience. I'm so blessed that we get to travel there.
Congratulations. And you're really honing your skills as well. What are some of the top things that you've been working on to become the best MC possible, the best auctioneer possible?
Well, of course, it's really easy when every single event I'm right next to my dad, so I get to kind of visually learn. And then, of course, after I do my events, Dad will come up to me and he'll be like, next time work on being a little bit slower, make sure to thank everybody. So really, throughout all of this, Dad's been my mentor, because he's the best in the game, of course. But yeah, he's the one that's definitely helped me the most. And anytime that he has an event, I always make sure to kind of look at what he was doing and how he does it. But yeah, it's really just kind of a carbon copy.
So what's the Stebbins magic? What's the inside secret that makes you guys the best?
It's energy and appreciation. I mean, people are giving their hard-earned dollars for a wonderful cause, and you've got to make sure to bring that energy, to bring that appreciation, to show them what they're doing is making a difference. And so that's what we try to do at every one of our events.
And two, you're also on a mission right now to study auctioneering. So explain this world to people. There's actually a certification you can get.
Yes, so there's a certification. I'm going to be hopefully the youngest benefit auctioneer in history, which is a very exciting process, which my dad knows a little bit more about because he had to go through the same process I'm going to have to go to. And it's going to be very exciting. I think I'm leaving December,
we're going to Vegas. We're going to Vegas for 3 days where you learn things like controlling a drunken crowd. Like, that's literally one of the classes.
That's a class.
Has real value. That's news I can use. And so it's done through the National Auctioneers Association, and she is going to be, as far as anyone remembers, the youngest benefit auctioneer specialist in the history of the world.
Daddy-daughter duo. I love it. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Lila.
Thank you.